And the cleanup process now underway after historic flooding that wreaked havoc on the small community. Here's Hannah McKenzie, who got an up-close look at some of the damage today.
Just to give you an idea of how strong and how fast this water was moving through the area, take a look at this overturned Jeep. Now, this does not belong to the property owner here. He tells me this came from a campground 2.5 miles upriver. You'll see the tape there signaling that search and rescue crews have already checked it out. Unfortunately, though, this is a common sight across the Cruso area. The cleanup in Cruso begins. At this house, a gaping sinkhole.
That is something else.
That's a lot of water to do that, to move them rocks. It's wild.
It's one of several properties J.J. Anders and Justin Milner, along with friends, volunteered to clean up, an effort to help their neighbors in need.
We got track hose, we've got a couple skid steers, a lot of hands.
I'm told the homeowners were here for the flood with their baby. Fortunately, everyone's safe.
I ain't never had one flood.
Across the street, Rodney Vance telling us his entire basement flooded. The water then came through the floorboards. The good news, he says, though, not too much mud. The same can't be said for his stepson Logan's truck. You can see the dirty water line across the glove box, the cab caked in mud. Over at East Fork Baptist Church, parishioners working to restore their place of worship. Services will continue in the parking lot for now, says music director Levi Henson.
It's the people, not the steeple. That's what matters. We're going to rebuild.
Despite the widespread devastation across Cruso, community members have really stepped up to help one another out. There are food, water, and supply pickup locations throughout the area.
This week has been, just to keep it simple, a disaster.
In new tonight, search and rescue crews are still searching for one person in Haywood County. A fifth victim, 74-year-old Frank Lauer Sr., was found earlier today. And we are starting to get a glimpse of the magnitude of the damage in Cruso. News 13's Andrew James talked with the people who live in some of the hardest hit areas.
First responders have blocked off US 276, only allowing residents to go past this checkpoint. But earlier, we were able to go into Cruso and see the damage left behind.
So there was a house here.
It may be difficult to see, but this is what's left of a home on US 276 in Cruso.
I don't think we realize how powerful water can be until you see something like this.
Neighbor Macy Henson tells me raging floodwaters washed her neighbor's home completely off its foundation, leaving behind cinder blocks, a truck, and a washing machine.
It was picked up, carried through our yard down there, and once it hit swift water, from what I've heard, it broke into like a million pieces.
Henson says a man and his daughter lived here. They are both safe, but they lost everything.
And I felt like I was driving into a movie scene that a bomb had been set off. I've never in my life witnessed anything like this.
The community she's lived in her whole life is now almost unrecognizable. A mudslide just up the mountain barely missed her grandparents' home, instead hitting their garage. And even with the mud, debris, and devastation all around, she's still finding reasons to be thankful.
All of our neighbors are alive, and all I have to say about everything this week is that Jesus has still been so good, regardless of the circumstance.
Her friends and family taking just a moment to rest Sunday. The river that took so much from this community now providing a small reason to smile.
Every other day we woke up thankful that we're all still here, that we still have a home.
And Henson tells me she's been overwhelmed by all the support for her community, and it's been difficult to keep track of the number of first responders and workers who are still in this area.
News 13's Lauren Brigman joins us live from Weaverville Primary School in Buncombe County. And Lauren, the school resource officer, is up early to greet students there.
Officer Reggie Ray is here to welcome the kids as they come in here within the next hour and a half or so. And we're talking with him live this morning. I understand it was a little hard to sleep last night, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're excited too.
We are.
Talk to us a little bit about, I understand you have a history with this school.
Yes, ma'am. I actually went to school here starting in 1968.
Oh, you didn't have to give the exact date, but okay, that's awesome. And you have been the school resource officer here for quite a while because
3 years now. Yes,
3
ma'am.
years. And why is that? Why do you enjoy your job?
It's always good to protect kids, and we get into this line of work to protect people. And when you can actually protect the ones that are going to be taking care of us, it's perfect.
And how is it a little different maybe with COVID? You're excited to see these kids back. You want them to know you're still here, right? To be a resource for them.
Well, with COVID, normally without COVID, I'm in the room sitting with them, helping with their work. I can't really do that right now, so I walk the hallways and I wave and kind of pick on them so the teachers know that I'm out in the hallway. And just make sure they know that Officer Ray is going to be there for them.
What do you want the parents to know, too, about you being here to keep their kids safe?
If they need it, if they have any questions or they need anything, please let me know. And I like to be nice, but their kids are protected quite well.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for waking up with us,
Yes,
starting
ma'am.
your day with us. We're excited to see those kids back here and across Buncombe County today. We're live from Weaverville Primary School. Lauren Brigman, News 13.